Morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Preservation Thursday. Aladay Mobile Media. We are mobile, as you can see. Hey there. A quick update. Many of you know I'm covering this Monsanto trial, giving updates and reports. Tied right into the district court over there in San Francisco, I am. Jury selection has been completed. 4 alternatives seated. Jury instructions have begun. The trial will start July 9th. The trial will start. Preservation Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Merkin Group, the Merkin Group, information in the description. You got, I'm getting ready to coordinate. I'm going to get back with Curtis Ford. Of course, he's the president. He's a chingadera over there at the Merkin Group. And we're going to come, I'm going to work with him on doing a little business 101 section, segment, once a week here for a little bit. On collection, how to protect yourself, how to go about it. I'm going to get an interview with Curtis. He doesn't know it yet. I haven't sent him the email, but he'll do it. We've already discussed this. But that's what the game plan is here, to try to bring you some better information on how to go about collecting, how to protect yourself right up front. We already know a lot of the stuff they're doing in preservation industry. Forced lien waivers, etc., are actually illegal. And speaking of illegal, we're going to talk about a couple things, but the big scuttlebutt right now, Safeguard changing their name. Oh my God, the sky is falling. Stop. All they did was change the vendor portal website name. They haven't changed their name. It's not anything to be excited about. Secure or safe view, and they actually went and got the S on the HTTPS to protect information, so people can't go out there in the back door and get your personal information like they've been allowed to do with so many NAMFS members for quite some time. There's been a lot of back and forth on this. People think I'm crazy. And I'm going to tell you how I know you're an employee, okay? That's what we're going to talk about today. That's it. We're not going to talk about anything else. We're not going to talk about how crooked the members are, the stealing that Eric Miller supervises on a daily basis, or any of that garbage. We're going to talk about employee independent contractor, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to tell you why I have been saying this since 2011. In 2011, I took a contract that was given to our company that we signed, actually with Field Asset Services. I pulled Field Asset Services name out. I put Aladay LLC in there. I sent it to our unemployment insurance division. They're the ones that make a determination if a contract is truly independent contractor or an employee. At that time, they said, Aaron, this fails on so many levels. I doubt very seriously it would even come close to passing muster on a federal level. That was on a state level that contract didn't work. Okay? That was how I knew there was a problem in the industry with the employee independent contractor scenario. We're seeing case after case after case after case come in now. Why? Think about it. Unemployment Insurance Division, that's a tax employers pay, not you. The rest of the taxes that are taken out of your check as an employee, your employer matches those. If they take $5 for federal income tax, the employer pays $5 for federal income tax. If they take $250 for state income tax, employer pays $250 for state income tax. If they take $1.50 for Social Security, the employer matches $1.50 for Social Security. $1.25 for Medicaid, the employer matches $1.25 for Medicaid. In addition, the employer pays unemployment tax. The employee does not. So all those agencies that I just mentioned are getting cheated out of tax dollars. You don't think they're going to come get them? when you have budget problems, especially in a state like California that's supposed to have the 6th largest economy in the planet, yet they're broke. You can say thanks to Jerry Brown, he's got some creative mathematics going on there. He really does. So, I'm not going to say anybody's name here. I'm not going to call anybody out because I'm hoping you guys will backdoor me and we can talk and I can get some more information on this and bring it to everybody. I keep saying by law, and it's by law. I didn't write the Department of Labor's rules. I didn't write the IRS's rules. They wrote them. Our legislatures wrote them. They've been passed. Look them up. There's 21 points now. There used to only be 7. Then it went to 11. Now it's 21 different issues that determine control. That's the element that's involved in determining whether you're an independent contractor or you're an employee. How much control, whether or not it is exerted over said individual, company, etc., etc. It doesn't matter if it's exerted or used or not, but we all know in the property preservation industry, especially if you're getting 22 phone calls a day for the same property, you know there's a little tiny, itty bitty tiny skosh of control going on. I have yet to read a contract that didn't, and I got PK Management's contract, and when we go to Flip to Business 101, I'm going to talk about that for just a minute. But let's talk about, this is a question that was posed in the group, the property preservation, Property Preservation Information and Exchange group. This question was posed, I don't know, a couple days ago. Let's see here. It was, I don't have a date on this when it was posted, but I received this week, so I'm guessing it was kind of recent, okay? This was the question. Let's discuss legal/illegal back charges / non-payment. Is it legal for a company to say we aren't paying because it was late or blurry pics claimed? That's what the claim is. When they claim that, is it legal? And then, of course, we have all the industry folks that chimed in on this, and I'm going to skip all that nonsense and go directly to the crux of what's going on here. Contract doesn't necessarily matter. I had a sub that sent in pictures of his feet and the full ashtray in his car and labeled them front of the house. He refused to take the correct pictures. When I didn't pay him, he complained to the Department of Labor, and I not only had to pay him, I got audited and had to pay workers' comp and employment taxes 3 years back. That's huge, because this person got hurt financially, I guarantee it. So, you do have recourse. Having a contract does not prove you are an independent contractor. That's from somebody with experience. So, everybody out there, you guys can go on and say whatever you want. One of the biggest issues with control is providing training. So don't come tell me I'm talking out my neck and that's a California law. It's not. It is a national law. It is a federal law. It is IRS, Internal Revenue Service, and the Department of Labor. It is not me. I'm not making this up. Read it for yourself. It's a fact. And we'll talk IFAS for just a minute. Is that organization right for you? Many people think it's trying to form a union. But again, if you've been following things the last couple of weeks, I've been reading comments, and everybody, even this comment here, let's discuss legal, illegal back charges, non-payment. Is it legal? This is somebody gathering information so he can band and group together so they can protect themselves. That's what unions do. They protect their membership, just like NAMFS protects the membership. They can't stop the crime because then they got to admit culpability. The board of directors can't stop what's going on because then they got to say we got a problem. Eric Miller can't say, hey, whoa, wait a minute, because now he has a problem for the last 11 years that he's been supervising, that he's parlayed the industry, that he's pyramided this industry. Background checks, supplies, insurance, all of this, you are forced to buy from somebody within the industry that's a member. That is control, ladies and gentlemen. That is control. Oh, you don't have to buy from one person. Here's the selection that you can make from to make it seem like you're choosing something, but you're not. They're giving you a list to choose from. My insurance agent writes an insurance policy for my company, not their company. And that's what Brunswick does. That's what York, Jersey does. That's what High Tech is doing. They're writing policies for the membership. Why? Because they're a member. Not for your business, not to protect your business and your interests. It's to protect their interests. You go to I'm telling you right now, you take an insurance policy from York, Jersey, or Brunswick, and then you compare it to one that's written for you, for your business, based on a conversation between your attorney, your insurance agent, your accountants. I'm going to tell you, there's a big difference. There's a huge difference. You will see a massive, massive difference. That said, ladies and gentlemen, that said, let's take a look. I reviewed the contract or the agreement, if you will, that PK Management sends over. Okay, initial services bundle package includes initial clean and a trash out, $200. An initial secure HUD-owned vacant condo or HOA property. That's what these are for. HUD-owned vacant homes. HUD property inspection report, or the HIPPR. PK Management is still forcing the back feeding on the HIPPR for $100. The bundled pack is $270. Ladies and gentlemen, Reno, Nevada alone, $25.76 a yard to dump. You do a 20-yard trash out, that's $500 to dump. Control. I'm going back to control. That's what we're getting at here today. That's what we're talking about. Control. Who controls what? Do you control your billing? Do you control what you're doing? No, they do. Dry winterization, $40. I want you to call a plumber, explain the winterization, send them the specs, and ask them what they're going to charge. $350. Anywhere from $275 to $350. There's a reason Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae pay $275 on a winterization. You're getting $40. There's a reason they pay $350 for inspections and services when they pay you $35. Lawn maintenance, and then of course, lawn services include up to 10,000 square feet. They're going to pay you for an initial $70 on a quarter-acre property. Maintenance. Let me see. Routine, $30. Inspections, $15. Routine inspection and routine lawn, they push them together for $35. They're getting $350 for that. $35. Control. Again, control. not going to get into the contract part. We're just going to talk numbers and control. We'll get into the contract later because they give you all these things. Oh, here's, what is this here? This is a registration form, independent contractor registration and questionnaire. Okay, first and foremost, if you're hiring an independent contractor, you're hiring a company, not an individual. That's number one. Number two, as a company, you have policies and procedures. Aladay LLC did. We had our own background checks going on. We had everything, as a company would do. So when they said, hey, you need to send all your employees' personal information to this company in Ireland, I said, no, 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 no. When they tried to take 9%, because we personally did not carry workman's comp, we used a PEO and the workman's comp was through them, they had to give it back immediately because that's insurance fraud. They can't charge you for not carrying workman's comp and not provide workman's comp. If they're going to charge you under that guise, well, you're not carrying workman's comp and we have to take 9%, they have to provide your company workman's comp. That's stealing. And I don't care what anybody says, because how many companies are in Florida doing that? Think about that for just a minute. Crazy name for a gas station, huh? They make some pretty good coffee, though. They make some pretty good coffee. But let's... You know, they talk all this. They let you work off Social Security numbers. They do a whole lot of stuff. They want to know what areas you can cover, and then they push you to do more. And then they force you to sign a statement that says, I'm an independent contractor, not an employee. I will not lien. I will not do this. I will not do that. That's control. Lien waivers are illegal. Get over to Z-Lien, Scott Wolf. They'll help you out. Tell them Aaron says hi, and they'll get you squared away, folks. It might cost a little bit of money, but they know what they're talking about, okay? If they can't help you, they're going to be up front and tell you they can't help you. The Merkin Group, the same thing. If they look, the Merkin Group, they go better than Z-Lien. I mean, Z-Lien will go help you with the lien process, and they'll walk you through everything. The Merkin Group, ladies and gentlemen, Curtis Ford, John Navarro over there at the Merkin Group, they're going to work for free. How do you beat that? You cannot beat that with a stick. They're going to work for free. When they get your money, then you're going to talk about paying them money. If they don't get money for you, at least they did something. At least they tried to help. That's, you know, people can say what they want about individuals in the industry. What I look for are results. Follow the money and get results. If somebody's getting some results, yeah, okay. Can they do it in a better manner? Who knows? I don't know. Who am I to say? I can be pretty caustic myself at times. But I do know this. I rely on information coming to me. I have developed some very trusted individuals that provide me information. Every now and then we get something wrong, and I got to go back out and say, hey, I mean, you guys saw last week, I had to wipe the egg off my face because I confused two companies. It happens. It happens. And that was my bad. It really was. And it wasn't... Look, folks, I don't go after a company or individuals in a... I try not to be personal about it. What I do is I try to lay facts out there. And if I say something in social media and I screw up, I'll go back in social media, clean it up, and I'll come here and talk to you and say, hey, I screwed up, guys. You know, hey, give me a break here. It happens, is what I'm trying to say. What you need to do as an individual, you need to be able to weigh things out and evaluate it. This is a problem with the media right now in the country. You're getting tainted information. You're getting slanted stories. You're getting a narrative shaped for you. You're being told how to think. That's what's going on in this industry. You're being told what to say. Oh, you can't do that because we'll cut your workload. That's like saying, hey, you took an extra 2 minutes on your coffee break, I'm going to fire you. Control. It all goes back to control. If you got collection needs, like I said, we're going to be talking with the Merkin Group. I'm going to get with Curtis. We're going to lay out a little plan here. We're going to come up with a Business 101 segment each week coming up here on collection, on maybe some of the red flags, stuff like this. Do you have collection questions? Put them in the comment down below. Email me, Aladay LLC at the Gmail, folks. Email the questions to me. We'll get them in front of these people that have knowledge of the industry. They know what they're doing. They're the professionals. We're kind of along for the ride sometimes, if you will. But let's ask the people that know how to do this stuff and do it within the confines of the law. Isn't that the big issue? Oh, you're not in compliance, so we can't use you. Well, wait a minute. What do you mean I'm not in compliance? Again, control. Background checks make you an employee, pal. I don't care what anybody says. That is employee status, period. That is a form of control. You as an employer, it's up to you to run the ship. It's not up to them to run your ship. It's your ship. You drive it. You steer it, and you take it down the path you think is right for your company. Some companies have, and they're decent programs. I helped develop a couple of them. Prison outreach programs where they'll find somebody coming out of prison. They'll give them a job. They'll help them out. Give them a job. That's one of the biggest reasons people reoffend. They have too much time on their hands and they're not working. One of the conditions of parole and probation, you must maintain a job. So if you must maintain a job for parole and probation, how is it you're going to maintain a job when nobody will give you a job? You got to think about it. You got to really weigh things out. How much control do these companies providing you work really have over you? I believe it's enough to qualify you as an employee and not an independent contractor, and so have the courts. When you offer training, when you tell people they have to do this work this way, the service specs are laid out, all this stuff is laid out. You train the employees, you train them to your business model. That's what's going on when you go to a convention put on by NAMFS. All of those people are members, and they are going to provide information on you complying with their business model. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's how much control do you have? That's the word of the day, control. As somebody we all grew up with, well, maybe half of us. Control. Can you say that? Go on, give it a try. Wow, that was very good. I knew you could. Control, ladies and gentlemen, control. That is what determines independent contractor and employee. And in the case of the property preservation industry, it is not what is inside the four walls of the contract. Sorry about that, folks, but that's the reality. I'll go through some of this stuff for Business 101 next week. Again, Business 101, we're going to do some stuff with the Merkin Group down in Florida. They're a collection agency. They're licensed and bonded in 41 states in the United States, rapidly working on the other 9 as we speak. And again, do you have a question on collections? Do you have a question in general on collections, on how to protect yourself, or whatever your question might be? Get with me. You can email me at aladay.llc.com. That's the website, folks, aladay.llc at Gmail. You can get me there. Curtis and John's information, it'll be in the description. Let's get some questions. You can always leave a comment down below in the comment section, and we can get the questions to them. And maybe we can get a discussion going in that other people can read and stuff. But you know, whatever your question is, we're going to ask it, and we're going to answer it right here on the air. And I hope you're having a great day. If you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the station. That's how it works. We're picking them up every day. You got a T-shirt for me to wear, I can advertise for you right here. Right here. You see it. You see it. Let's have a great day, folks. If you can help out, keep the lights on, hit the website, make a donation. It all helps out. Let's have a great day, folks, and let's all be safe out there.